How global are car brands? Many car brands around the world claim to be very global because of their presence in many markets. But what's the reality? Among the top 10 best-selling brands, Toyota, Hyundai, Nissan and Kia might be the most global car brands around the world, with a presence in almost every region, which is not the case for other brands such as the American ones and BYD from China. Among the premium brands, Mercedes, BMW and Audi, they have very similar sales distribution with a presence in the US, Europe and China, while Lexus is more dependent on the US and China, Volvo on Europe, Land Rover on Europe, Cadillac, North America and China, Hongqi exclusively in China, Porsche as the Germans, and Genesis in Korea and North America. The other premium brands are less global. That's the case of Lincoln, Acura, Infiniti, mainly dependent on North America, Alfa Romeo with a strong presence in Europe mainly, Jaguar with some presence in China as well, US Automobiles mainly Europe, while Maserati is more global and Lotus is strongly dependent on China lately. What I call the top 10 high-tech is including Tesla, the only global, or let's say with a presence in North America, Europe and China, while the other ones, Li Auto, NIO, Xpeng, Denza and Zeekr are mainly available today in China. Aito as well, and Polestar has a more presence in Europe, and Rivian of course is mainly North America. The other European brands have mixed results. Renault, for instance, have a strong presence in Europe and small presence in Latin America. Fiat has a bigger presence in Latin America. Peugeot, Skoda, Citroën and Opel, for example, are mainly dependent on Europe. Then there is Dacia with some tiny presence in Africa, Mini with some presence in the US, and Seat and Cupra mainly European. The other Americans include Jeep, which is the most global American brand in addition to Chevrolet and Ford. But there is Buick, GMC, Ram, Dodge and Chrysler with mainly selling their cars in North America. Smart from Europe has an increasing presence in China, while Lancia and Alpine are mainly European. As they are in their early stage of their global expansion, the Chinese brands are still very dependent on the Chinese demand. That's the case for most of the brands, except for some like Chery, which has some presence in the Middle East, Eurasia and Latin America, and MG, the most global Chinese brand with presence everywhere and actually some regions outselling its volume in China. Finally, the desired high-end brands such as Ferrari, Lamborghini, Bentley, Rolls-Royce, they have quite balanced sales distribution among all regions, as they are all desired cars everywhere and people know them.